to them, different walks of life, accidents. I'm in the medical field, I'm a nurse practitioner, so to see these people actually overcome all of these obstacles just to get on stage and to pose and to show themselves, it's amazing to me.
I just want to say the wheelchair competition, I love it because I have my best friend that's paralyzed from the waist down. He's a bodybuilder as well. So I try to tell him to compete in the wheelchair competition. And I just give those guys kudos for staying strong, persevering.
Well, I think it's great that we have a platform for the wheelchair athletes, especially in bodybuilding, because it takes so much to be able to get in and do that resistance training. It shows there is a platform for them, and it's great that we do have it. So props out to the promoters and the competitors that make it possible.
I was very, very impressed by how the guys looked, how lean they were, how excited they were to actually be on the Arnold stage. I think it's something we definitely need to bring back for 2017.
Well, I think everyone is definitely talking about it, that the pro wheelchair division was the biggest hit of the Arnold Classic this year. And I think it's fantastic. You get all these competitors on stage that's winning, whether it's a pro bodybuilder, pro bikini or whatever, and they're talking about what a rough time they had and the struggles they've come to and the hardship they've had to get to the place. But I really don't think that anybody understands how hard it is for someone in a wheelchair to compete and to do the things that they have to do in order to be on that stage. And I admire the dedication that each wheelchair competitor has had, and the fact that they're coming and they're on that stage. And to me, watching the wheelchair division, the pro wheelchair division this year, was my favorite part of the Arnold Classic. And I think a lot more people should get behind Nick, the promoter of the event. And I just think all the other companies around should start supporting the wheelchair division.
I really enjoyed the fact that the wheelchair bodybuilding is now in the Arnold, and hopefully it'll be in a lot of other competitions. You have a lot of people that enjoy the sports. Unfortunately, they're not able to do everything that everybody else does, but it don't mean that they're not athletes, so it's pretty good to see.
Words cannot describe. But going back, wheelchair bodybuilding started at the 1994 NPC Wheelchair Nationals in Florida, and it grew. And then athletes were competing, and it grew in numbers, and the numbers faded. And a lot of people didn't know why. Then in 2006, I competed for the first time, and I was amazed. I was an athlete in powerlifting. I'm a two-time world powerlifting champion, all that stuff, and I was winning. But in wheelchair bodybuilding, I lost, and I was mad. But that night when I competed, I saw these guys on the stage, and I was like, this is amazing. And I told the guys, the world needs to know about this. And I was laughed at, and I was not believed in from them and some of the others, because I was a newcomer. So when I went home, I Googled how to build a website. I learned how to do video editing because I didn't have the funding. So I went on this mission to work and guest post all around the world, and that's what I was. It was a driving force. But I realized that the athletes didn't want to compete anymore because there was no pro show. And I said, guys, we need to team up to work together, become a brotherhood, and the women a sisterhood, but we need to work together as one, like Spartans. And that's what it is. You guys are fierce athletes on the stage, but together we can achieve this. So I went on and I did my thing, and it was too difficult. But eventually I figured out, I was like, what did I need to do? And then eventually we're talking about Chicarola and talking to Mr. J.M. Mannion, and I got in contact with Mr. Jim Mannion. And then eventually in 2008, he said, if you think you can make it happen, I'll give you a chance. So then it wasn't until October of 2011 at the Houston Pro Show, we made the first IFBB Pro Wheelchair Championship happen. And then from that, there's been 8 pro shows to date. And at one point I was like, it's not about me, but it's about these athletes. And I don't want people to think just because I'm a competitor that it's all about me. So I retired to be the voice for wheelchair bodybuilding, to be able to expand this globally. Because when you see these athletes, they're not just about an amazing physique or this or that, but it's about showing that they never give up, that anything is possible. Because each and every one of you guys, regardless if you compete or not, we all have struggles. We all have disabilities. One of ours is visible. So tonight is going to be amazing because I'm doing a little bit different. Because the biggest question is when you see these guys, you're like, why are they in a wheelchair? But a lot of people are afraid to ask. Me, I've been in a car accident in 1997, 1998. I was in a car accident and so forth. And my injury level is a T12. And how it works is you got 12 thoracic. So wherever you get hit at, you lose sensation from below, depending on how bad your spinal cord is injured. So I'm T12L1. So in the introduction, you're gonna know their name, where they're from, and what type of injury why they're in a wheelchair, and also what level. So when you see them and you say T6, they lose sensation from that level down, T12 lower. What makes the difference? Since I'm T12, I have better balance. Higher injuries, you have less balance. So the challenges and obstacles that they face are different. Christopher Reeves, Superman, he was in the seas, so he lost sensation from the neck down, known as a quadriplegic. So tonight, it's a great honor to me, and also to be the voice for wheelchair bodybuilding. It's a truly honor that the IFBB, the NPC, the UKBFF, and all the other federations around the world, including the Arnold, to even consider this. It's truly an honor and a privilege to be up here. And as I speak for all the athletes, this is truly an honor. And tonight, instead of just placing the top 5 or top 6, we're going to actually line up all 9 places. And you guys are going to see the places from 1st to 9 as a lineup. Because this is going to go down in history. And when this is all over, the world would know that this is the first ever pro wheelchair here at the Arnold Classics. This started a different way. Thank you.